I'm Kara, and welcome to Soul Inspiring Business. I believe that all of us possess unique gifts and talents that allow us to serve the world and our own growth in the highest possible way. Our lives are an expression of our thoughts, beliefs, and actions. And here, we will explore businesses, thought leaders, and topics designed to inspire, helping propel your own growth so you can live your best and most purposeful life. Welcome to Soul Inspiring Business. Welcome back to the Soul Inspiring Business podcast. Today is a solo show, and what I really wanted to do today was talk about the idea of how do we access our own intuition? How do we stay more in tune with the answers that we already know that can help guide our day? From the simplest things like the day-to-day tasks, or perhaps it's a meeting that you're going into and how can you stay present and in tune with what needs to happen and occur in that meeting. And also, how do we answer the bigger questions of where we want our business to grow or what is next in our journey, right? And so I think that when we talk about the soul journey, in business, in life, we're really also talking about how do we come home to ourselves? How do we make sure that we're making decisions from an aligned place? Because I do believe that in each of us, we have such infinite power and opportunity and expansion potential. And sometimes we give our power away to others, whether it's a business coach that we think knows better than us, or whether it's that guru that we see on social media that seems to have all the answers. And too often, we allow others to influence our own decisions. And that doesn't mean that we can't listen and take in guidance and impact from really high-powered thinkers that can give us inspiration. But I think it's also important that we know and we filter whatever we are learning or seeing, we filter it through the lens of, does this actually align with what I'm doing? And also, how can I take what I'm learning, take some of what I'm learning from these really incredible thinkers, but also know that I'm pretty incredible too, and I've got something to offer. And how can I take what I'm learning and then filter it through? How can I use that in my own life, in my own business, and in a way that actually is right for my path? So there's a few ways I think we can do this in kind of coming home to yourself. And I think that a lot of what inspired the Soul Inspiring Business podcast is that, again, I think that too often one of the most underrated business tools is our intuition. Because again, I believe that you have incredible talents and abilities within yourself. And our real soul journey is figuring out what are those things and how do I best share those with the world? What can I do? And it could be in your day-to-day journey to the store, right? And how do I stay present for the people around me? And how can I be a vehicle to spread love and joy to others? And in a bigger way, how do I also create that same thing in my business and what I want to create for the world? So I think that there are certain practices and tools that are really powerful for helping us come back into alignment. Meditation is certainly one of them. And then the other thing that I'm going to share with you today is actually a grounding practice. It's a practice that I use, and I hope that it helps you too. I'll talk you through it, and then I'll do a guided meditation through it with you for you to come back to and mark as maybe an episode that you can come back to regularly, when you feel like you need this grounding tool. And hopefully you can use it and make it your own, because really, I think that when we talk about grounding, I think of grounding as a way of often in our day, we might get scattered, or again, we might get into a conversation that leaves us feeling a little off. And it's important to then have tools that allow us to come back to who we are, to the present moment, so that we're not too much in the future and we're not too much in the past, that we're right here in this moment and we're able to access all the information that is available to you in this right moment. Because if we're thinking too much in the mind ahead and too much in that mind in the past, then we're not really fully available to take advantage of the opportunities that are in front of us in every moment. We're not fully able to see the person in front of us that might have something really special to offer you, or you might have something really special to offer them. And if we're too much in our heads or we're not grounded and present, then we may miss that. So the idea of this is that it really allows you to really come home to the present. And when I think of grounding, I think sometimes the idea of it can be that you're grounding into the physical now, which is true. But I also think that part of it is in connecting to the highest part of yourself, which is actually above you. So it's actually a way of accessing this infinite intelligence that is you, that is God, that is the universe around you, that is all the ways that energy plays and is interconnected. It's accessing that, and then it's really bringing it through your body, through your legs, through your feet, and into the earth, into the present moment that is right now. So I think this is how I think of a really kind of easy way to ground yourself into all that is, both above you and below you, so that you can be a more expanded version of yourself right now, right in your physical space, wherever you are. And again, the way that I would use this is actually I would use this type of grounding practice in morning, or really at any time throughout the day that you may be feeling a bit off. Because especially if you're going into a meeting or a conversation where you really want to, or maybe it might be a difficult conversation, or maybe one that you're dreading, or maybe it's a really exciting opportunity that you're super nervous about. And so by using this tool to come home to your own self, to your own intuition, to access the all that is, this is a way where you can be more present for that particular meeting, for that particular conversation, or again, for maybe just answering bigger questions about what you want to do next. It's a good way to bring you home. So we'll talk through it right now. Again, as I think of it, I'll walk you through the meditation in just a moment, but the way that I want you to visualize it is that you are truly, and the best way is to be seated, I think, preferably not on a plane. I often find it's really hard to ground when you are on a plane or somewhere in the air. So it's best if you're somewhere, it's best actually in nature if you can be. I find it's really powerful when your feet can physically be in the earth, on a park bench or somewhere. But also just, I'm sitting here in my office right now. It's a great way to ground into the space that you're working in. Again, so that you can be more present, more available for all the things that are coming your way in each moment. And it helps you respond with more purpose and from a more guided and intuitive place. So again, the way I think of it is if you can get into a quiet space or be seated, I think it's best when your feet can be on the floor and you're seated so that you're top of your head can be, pointed towards the sky, so not laying down. And then what we're going to do is actually think of, I like to think of it as a channel of energy or a channel of light, but you're going to imagine that from the top of your head up. And then also that kind of channel, so to speak, coming down through your body, through your legs into the earth. And then I like to think of the earth as having roots throughout. Imagine if the ground beneath you had roots and was actually interconnected like a web of energy and connections that just exist under the earth. And so when you can be connected in that way, I believe that, again, you can be connected to things that we may not totally understand. I don't know that I understand it all, but I do believe that we are connected through something much larger, much bigger, this larger interconnected network of energy patterns. And so when you can align into what you want, when you can create from that place, then that's when we talk about manifesting things to you. Well, that's when you can think a thought or imagine something that you want, and it has the power to come to you more quickly, because the more you are connected to this network that exists around us in time and space, then, and the more that you can get clear on the things that it are that you want, then when you imagine from that place and are fully connected into this bigger, larger, expansive network of the universe and all that is, then that's when miracles just unfold in a very seemingly amazing, quick way. But it's really through the connectedness that you already are. And by being more present and more aware of that, you can speed up the pace of how you manifest and create opportunities for you. Okay, so that is the background. And so now I'm just going to talk us through it. So if you want to timestamp this particular part of the episode, you can return to this. You can come back at any point. And I hope that it's of real value and for you. Okay, so here we go. First, I want you to take 3 deep breaths to really just center back and ground into the space that you're in. So we're going to do that together now. And on your next breath, I want you to breathe in through your belly. Inhale through your nose, deep into your belly, your chest. And then release and exhale. And then last time, again, you're going to breathe in through your nose, breathe in through the belly, feel that expanding into your chest, fully expanded, fully present right now in this moment. And then release and exhale. All right, and now I want you to imagine the top of your head, the top of your crown. Imagine that there is this channel, this light channel tunnel that exists at the top of your head that expands out and up and reaches to just the highest part of yourself, your most expansive self, the part of yourself that is connected to God, to the universe, to all that is, that knows all, this wiser, higher self that knows all of you since the time of your existence, that's been with you through many, many lifetimes. The part of you that's always available as a guide for you. So reach up to this highest, feel yourself connecting to a part of yourself that maybe you know intimately already, or maybe you're just getting to know this part of yourself. But again, this is your wisest self, and the part of you that is your highest potentiality, that knows how you can create the highest expression of yourself in this lifetime, in the here and now. So feel yourself connecting into this part of you. And then I want you to imagine that this energy runs down through your top of your head, through your body, through your arms, through the core of you, down through your legs, through your feet, and into the earth. Feel yourself rooting actually into the earth, that your legs and your feet actually are fully connected into the wisdom of this physical world, that you're fully connected into all that is in the current moment, into the now, and in this physical time, space, and reality that you are here in right now. And then imagine that same energy, that same light, that same tunnel kind of coming back through your feet, up through your legs, up through the core of you, expanding up through the top of your head and out. And actually now seeing it just spill out of the top of your head and circle down towards your feet again, so that now you are actually connected to the highest expression of you. You're also deeply rooted into the roots of this physical time, space, reality, this physical world of all that is. So you're connected above and below, and you're also allowing the energy within you to come up through your feet, through the top of your head, and then spill out like a fountain and come back down towards your feet. And then come up through your feet, through your whole body, through the top of the crown, spill out like a fountain out of your head, spilling down around your body and back through your feet. So you're connected in many ways and dimensions, because you're connected both above, below, and then you're allowing the energy within you to run and to move around you. And breathe into this feeling of being fully present, fully aware, fully enlightened, to fully available to access more knowledge in this moment, to actually access a higher consciousness. And as you feel yourself connected above, below, allowing this, your energy to run and to move around you, notice how your body feels. Notice the presentness. Notice the current moment. Take a few deep breaths. and feel into what this feels like to be connected in a way where you are part of this world in this moment, that you are part of this physical world very much here, present, ready to take inspired action, and also connected to something much greater, this divine wisdom that lives within you, that is available to you in every moment for you to ask questions, for you to get really curious about what it is that you're meant to do, about what it is that needs your attention right now. And perhaps this is also a time to ask some of those questions. Because when you're connected above, below, when your energy source is allowed to run, because energy wants to move, when it's running in a way that serves your own energetic aura, your own energetic pattern, it's a time where you can get real clarity. And ask to be guided today. Ask for today to be a day that is guided by soul-inspired action. And listen to what today holds for you. Is today a day of rest? Is it a day of restoration? Is it a day to be super curious and to live in the questions? Or is it a really purpose-filled day with lots of action? Listen to what feels right in the moment for you. Ask questions. Perhaps have your journal ready so that you can capture the inspired wisdom that flows through you. And if you have an important meeting today or a conversation that maybe you're not sure what is supposed to happen or what is the best outcome, perhaps now might be a time to ask for either some clarity or ask for strength for whatever's supposed to happen in that moment, in that conversation, that the right and highest, best way prevail, that the best outcome be reached. So I encourage you to come back to this practice. It's a very quick and easy way to get really connected to all that is, again, to have a connectedness where wisdom and intuition can flow more freely through you. And I wish you a beautiful, purpose-filled, inspiring day. Thank you for listening. And until next time. Loved being here with you today and would love to connect with you more over on Instagram. My handle is linked to the show notes, or you can just type in @KaraChafin_Donofrio. And I have something special for you as a free gift, my Dynamic Life Journal. This special book has the power to really help you live a soul-inspired life. Go to freegiftfromkara.com. Easy to remember, freegiftfromkara.com. Until next time, beautiful people, sending all my love.